Hello, everyone. This is Gary Acosta. I'm the co-founder and CEO of NAHREP. And today is like a holiday at NAHREP. So today is Top 250 Day, the day when we release our annual report ranking the top Latino real estate agents, brokers, teams in the United States. We've been doing it for a little bit more than 10 years, and it has evolved to becoming one of the most prestigious events in real estate overall. So we're super excited with that. I have a really terrific panel of subject matter experts, realtors, and honorees of the top 250 that we're going to have a conversation with in a minute. But before that, I wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Morgan Stanley, and introduce our representative from Morgan Stanley, James Soto, who has been engaging in a terrific partnership with NAHREP and really helping us advance our focus on Latino wealth and creating generational wealth for ourselves, our families, and our communities. So James, good to have you here today. Welcome.
Gary, thanks so much for inviting me and allowing us to sponsor such a spectacular event. Getting to see the top 250 and getting to see fellow Latinos excel and being the best they can be, providing for their families and building wealth, I just think is unbelievably inspiring.
Well, it's great to have you. And as you know, we've had a lot of conversations about building wealth. Latinos in particular have a great opportunity to build wealth right now. We're the largest source of entrepreneurship. We have the highest workforce participation. We have a really great culture when it comes to work. We come to this country to work and to take advantage of the economic opportunities. We haven't necessarily acquired an investor's mentality and a wealth building mentality. And I know you and I have talked a lot about helping to change that, and particularly starting with the NAHREP network, because they are influencers in their communities. So maybe you can just talk a little bit about that for a second, and then we'll jump into our panel.
I think that's exactly right. I think they are center of influences each and every community. I've been blessed to do some Zoom seminars with various chapters around the country. And it's just great to see everybody so passionate, so entrepreneurially spirited, philanthropically focused, giving back to their community. I love the collaboration. I work with a lot of nonprofits that are Hispanic focus, and NAHREP is, without a doubt, the top in its space. There's no doubt. And what I love about NAHREP and I love about these successful professionals, I see them as brands, I see them as successful businesses, and it's amazing to see the growth that's going on and the value that we're adding to the fabric of American economy. It's unbelievable. So the Hispanic Wealth Project is one of the core values of NAHREP 10. I love, what you all stand for, and I'm so happy and proud to be part of it.
Well, great to have you, James. Thank you very much. So now I'm going to jump into the panel and have a conversation with some of the honorees that were recognized with this year's report. And I have to start with Artemisa Boston from Minneapolis. I had the chance to talk to her last night and to inform her that she ranked #1 in the United States for individual agents in terms of production in 2020. Artemisa, congratulations. Great to have you. And it's just, you're an inspiration and you're so young. So tell us a little bit about your business, a little bit about your background, and maybe if you have one tip for somebody in the business that gives them a little bit of an insight or a little bit of some advice on how to build a business like yours.
Okay, so I'm from Mexico City. I have been a real estate agent for 21 years. And so the secret about my success, I think, is determination. And I am a really, really hard worker, like almost all Mexicans and Latinos. So, and I always challenge with being balanced, okay? Because being successful is important, but also having a family and having other stuff is important too. So my advice that I can give to everyone is yes, it's important to work hard, to do the best that you can, to be disciplined and happy to do your job. But you need to take time to like enjoy your family and enjoy the everything that you have, no? Because
Sure.
it doesn't matter how much you do if you don't have time to enjoy it. And it's just like hard work every single day. This is not like a job that you can do like Monday to Friday. This is every single day. You don't have a boss. You are your own boss. So you need to like work hard, okay? And force yourself to work every day and try one thing and another thing and another thing until you find the way to be successful.
So perseverance, hard work, and balance.
Yes.
You know, we talk about in business in general of being, of knowing what our why is, right? W-H-Y, why we do what we do, why we get up in the morning, why we work, right? And you talk about your family and having that balance. And I assume that that gives you a very, very strong clarity as to why you're doing what you're doing. And that's important to you.
Yes, and also obviously that is really important, but also you need to find like the stuff that works for you. You need to like, right now it's a lot of like applications or stuff that you can use to make your job easier, no?
Yes.
So you have like all kinds of technology that we didn't have 20 years ago. So you need to like learn and try to implement that in your job so you make everything easy, and try to don't do everything by yourself. You need to start like, it's hard because you want to do everything by yourself, but when you are not enjoying your job, I think it's time to hire your first assistant, no? Or
Sure.
that is like the
Yeah.
moment that you need someone that helps you.
And that's the one thing that all four of these panelists have done is they found a way not just to be successful, but how to scale their business. And there's real strategy involved in that and techniques. And it's a management job as much as it is a sales and service job. So Armisa, I'm going to come back to you because I want to learn a little bit more about your story and maybe who your mentors were in the past. But I'm going to move now to Jose Esparza. So Jose, you're from the middle of the country, Arkansas, right?
Yes,
Which I consider a sort of non-traditional Latino marketplace, but it turns out, you know, it is one of the fastest growing Latino sectors in the country. So first of all, congratulations. I believe that you were ranked number 11 in the country. So for teams, and that's extraordinary. You must be doing a lot of business. Tell me a little bit about your background and your business.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. I've been a real estate agent for about 15 years now. My background comes from mortgage lending. I was actually a mortgage loan officer. So before doing real estate, I had about 5 years experience in the lending side. And so a lot of that knowledge comes from, you know, getting someone pre-qualified, asking the right questions. And right now I currently have a team of 6 agents. And also have my TC, my personal assistant. I have a marketing coordinator. And so thanks to them, we made it to the top 250. You know, this, I've learned to hire the right agents, asking the right questions. So all this was possible because of them. And I'm excited. I'm excited to make it to the list again.
How long have you been in the business, Jose?
15 years now.
15 years. Okay.
Yes.
So you started very young.
Yes, yes.
And how did you get into business? Somebody must have, you know, mentored you or recruited you. How did that happen?
Yeah, actually, I went into a mortgage company and I said, hey, I want to get my real estate license. And they're like, well, you're in the wrong place. You need to mortgage lending. And I'm like, well, I need a job. I need to work. I need money, right? And so they're like, well, we're not hiring right now. And I said, well, I'll clean the office. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Wow.
I can fax paperwork. You know, I had no knowledge. And they're like, well, let me talk to one of my top producers. And so they spoke to a top producer in mortgage lending. And basically, that's how I started. and I was processing files under a top producer for mortgage lending.
I personally think that mortgage lending is a pretty good starting place for the industry. If you're going to be a successful realtor, it's important that you understand the mortgage process, that you can pre-qualify your buyers correctly. You're astute as to how that process flows and where the problems can arise. I think it's a good, it helps in terms of establishing those fundamentals that you need.
Exactly. I mean, you just know that every bank is different, every lender is different, every loan officer is different, right? And so you just kind of know to ask the right questions, and then from there refer them to the right loan officer.
Can I ask you how many transactions your team closed last year?
We closed a total of 225 transactions, but residential, it was 197.
Okay, great. Outstanding. Those are big numbers, my friend. And this year, going to be even better?
It's going to be even better for sure, yes. I have more agents in the team, and they're all go-getters. They're brand new agents. And that's something I want to say, something to if you're a brand new agent in the business, those are the best agents because they're hungry to learn. And so for you, if you're a brand new agent, I recommend you joining a team, maybe get a mentor, get a coach, so they can help you grow,
Yeah, and the market is transitioning quite a bit right now, right? I mean, I remember years ago, it was difficult to be able to figure out who are the agents that, maybe are a little bit better than the others. Now we all are, online, and peer reviews and customer reviews are a big part of our business. And it's, one way to be able to start to build up your review database is through working through a team, a successful team.
Yes.
And that can help break you in. So I'm going to move to Michelle Fuhrman. We had a chance to talk last week. Congratulations. I think you made the top 15 this year, which is extraordinary. Remind me, do you operate a team or do you operate as an individual agent?
We are a team.
Outstanding. And you're in the Northeast.
We're in Massachusetts, and we service both Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
Which is incredible. And again, another market that maybe most of us that live in Southern California or in Florida or in Texas don't immediately assume is a strong Latino marketplace, but it actually is based on our conversation. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your market, how you got in the business, and a little bit about your business if you could.
So as far as how I got into the business, I got into it 25 years ago. I was trying to help my mom, who was an immigrant, buy her first home, and she was in her mid-40s. And I found that there was a real lacking of someone who could just kind of guide us through the process and educate us. So I said to my mom, I'm going to get my license. And my whole goal was just to help her with this one transaction. And once her friends found out, what we were able to do and how quickly and efficiently we were able to do it. And not only that, the education portion of it, I got bombarded with her friends and their neighbors. And first year I was Rookie of the Year in a business that I was planning just to kind of come in and come out and just help her. But 25 years later, here I am.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And where did you grow up?
So I was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I actually grew up in the Dominican Republic.
Wow, the DR. Very cool.
Yep.
Well, congratulations. What distinguishes you from let's just call it the competition out there? What are some of the fundamentals to your business that really make you stand out?
Well, first of all, we're a team of 11 agents. 9 of us are bilingual, predominantly Dominicans. We have really established our business on a lot of past sales, past clients, but creating a family ambience, not only within ourselves, but even with the clients that we end up serving. So, huge name recognition. We're very involved with our community, especially the Latino community in Lawrence. And I think that's really made a difference for us.
That's incredible.
Thank
Just
you.
Riding that growth, which is smart, right?
And I have to give props to my team. Last year, we were the number 1 Century 21 team in the world. So I was super ecstatic for my team because they did such a great job. And, in such a harsh market, as we all know, it was quite an accomplishment for
number 1 Century 21 team in the world.
Yes.
Led by a Latina.
Yes.
Massachusetts. See, that is music to my ears. Congratulations. Very, very terrific. Yeah. I hope Mike Meadler has called you personally and let you know Congratulations. Yeah, great.
For us, so that was really nice.
That's awesome. And we have Regina Torres Soto. Congratulations. I see here that you were number 14 on the list. That's phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your market, and your business.
Oh, well, the real estate is not only my career, it's something that I enjoy very much. I'm passionate about real estate. I really enjoy what I do as an agent and as a broker as well. I'm recently joined Century 21 brand back in December 2020. So we are a 100% Latino agents office. 90% are female agents, actually. And our customer are about 98% are Latino too. Out of that, at least 45% of those customers are women in household health, actually.
Wow.
Yes.
That's outstanding. So how long have you been in the business?
I started in 2007, actually, when I moved from Puerto Rico to Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was joining real estate market when everybody else is going out of the, going out of real estate. I was actually starting my business in real estate.
That's incredible. You know, that's not an uncommon story, right? I mean, when they say dips in the marketplace create opportunity, and I don't know if that was a strategy on your part or was just, you know, lucky timing, but you know, I think that really worked out for you. And it also shows that in any marketplace, good or bad, if you're disciplined and you work hard and you know your business, then you can be successful.
Yeah, of course. Took a lot of commitment and consistency as well.
So I got a couple questions for everybody. So do you all represent buyers and sellers, or do any of you just represent one or the other?
Well, we are mostly buyers agents at my office.
Yeah. Does everybody represent buyers, at least to some degree?
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. I strictly represent sellers and all of the buyers, and I go to my team, but they also do sellers as well.
So you have a team, and you yourself manage only listings or sellers, and your other teammates will handle the buyers, basically.
Correct. That's correct. My job is to feed my team business.
Okay. Okay. Is that how yours works also, Jose?
Yes, for the most part, I work with mostly sellers, and the team, they do sellers as well, but mostly buyers. We're just very busy. Again, it's a good place in our United States to buy houses, just because the prices are so low, right? And so we have a lot of buyers coming in, pre-qualified already, ready to buy. And so, yeah, my job is, you know, like Michelle, to feed clientele business to my buyers agents as well. Yes.
So it's an interesting marketplace right now. And, you know, on one hand, it's very strong, tremendous demand out there, which is great. Low interest rates, fueling some of that, no doubt. But it has to be one of the most competitive markets I've ever seen. And we've seen that locally. I live in Southern California, so there's been times when, you know, the multiple offers things and, you know, people making bids above listing price, you know, it's not unprecedented here, but I don't think I've ever seen a time when that phenomena exists in almost every market across the country right now. And maybe you guys have a different opinion on that, but I was looking at the market in Colorado Springs recently, and I know that's a good market, but I never thought it would be the type of market where, you know, a property goes for sale on Friday, and by Sunday, there's already 30 offers, and half of them are above list price, and, you know, and so forth. And we're seeing that all over the country. So how are we getting buyer transactions accepted right now, especially when a lot of Latino home buyers, you know, use FHA products, some use down payment assistance programs. How do you guys differentiate your deals from the competition that's out there right now? You must have some secret sauce to that.
Gary, you're right. It's everywhere in the United States. From every agent I've spoken to, everyone's going through the same situation with multiple offers. You know, it is a seller's market. What we do is we set expectations with our buyers. We let them know how this market is doing, We set up a Zoom call. That's number one. We have to set up a Zoom call, or we have to set up a face-to-face appointment. We let them know the expectations. We let them know what's expected from them as well. We let them know, we give them scenarios, stories of multiple offer situations, right? And so a lot of those buyers are already ready to buy. They save money, right? And so I think that's where we need to help our community, right? Our buyers understand that, hey, we may have to save a little bit more money. Yeah, there's like FHA programs out there, like down payment assistance. Maybe use a down payment assistance program to you get into a house. And so I feel that the down payment assistance does help to win an offer. But more than anything, setting expectations with the buyer so they don't get upset. It may take a week for them to find a house. It may take 2-3 months to find a house, right?
Yeah. So when you have the listing, obviously, and somebody on your team is representing the buyer, obviously that's a better scenario than when, you know, you have to get another listing agent to, you know, look at your offer and so forth. So, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I hear that. You know, one of the things that I see from this group in particular, besides the Latina factor, which is very strong. And by the way, the #1 agent on both the team and on the individual agent side were both Latinas this year, which is the first time. So clearly there's a trend there that I think is pretty cool. But the other thing that I see is that, you know, we're looking Arkansas and Minnesota and Massachusetts, Florida, okay, you know, strong Latino market for a long time, you know, Texas, California, certainly. But it really, I think, highlights the fact that Latinos are no longer, you know, just in 4 states, like many of us thought for a long time. In fact, the fastest growth is happening in states like yours. And Latinos, I think one of the reasons why we've increased the home ownership rate for the Latino community for 6 consecutive years, which no other demographic has done, is because I think Latinos are also willing to go where jobs and affordable housing is. Right. I think that separates us a little bit from the general population. We're willing to move to where those opportunities exist. So I'm wondering how much of your business is coming from people who are moving into your marketplace versus people who have maybe been there for a long time. Are you seeing that migration that I just described? Are all of you seeing that?
Yes.
We're actually seeing the opposite. We're seeing a lot of people just take advantage of the seller's market, taking their money and moving out, moving down to Florida. Yeah, so we're seeing, I've had probably 3 or 4 phone calls this week of clients who I've sold their house to before, and that we're taking advantage of this and they're moving, you know, down south.
Yeah, that's for sure. You know, California has been seeing that happen for several years now. And, you know, there's migration of Californians into Texas, Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, in bigger numbers than we've ever seen. And I think that's certainly part of the reason for sure. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for the economy. It's good for the Latino community. We want more of them to be able to be homeowners. And, you know, if they're in a market like Southern California, where that bar is just going to take a long, long time for them to get there, then why not, you know, go to where those opportunities exist today? Very, very positive. So moving on a little bit, one of the things that I love to talk to top producing agents about is, you know, who are their mentors? Who are the people that they looked up to? Do you guys use coaches? You know, is there somebody in your market that you can say, hey, if it's not for that person, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today? I'll start with you, Artemisa. What's your comment on that?
I don't know. I am like really self-motivated, and I found out since I was a little kid that I was able to sell anything. So
wow.
Yeah, so I came here and I didn't speak any English. So I learned the book, the real estate book, at the same time that I was like learning English. So I was translating the book, and I tried to make the test.
Wow.
Several times until I pass it, because I was like convinced that if I pass it, I'm going to be able to make it. But I didn't have a mentor, or it's just me. I'm really, really self-motivated.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Mhm.
So it must have been a parent or somebody who instilled those values in you, because that's incredible. I mean, it's very common within the Latino community, right? We are, our work ethic is unmatched in my view, but what you say is very unique.
Yes, my mom is a really, really hard worker. My father was like a really smart man, but my hardworking part is from my mother.
Oh, that's amazing. Michelle, how about you? Do you use a coach? Do you?
I do. So I started in business when I was 21, and by that time I had just sold my third business. My first one was 16.
Wait. What? You sold 3 businesses by the time you were 21?
Yeah. So when I got into real estate, like I said, it was kind of a in and out type of thing. And I was Rookie of the Year first year. And I have to really say that it was my broker at the time, who was an equally powerful woman. Her name is Janet McClinnan. She owns a company called McClinnan and Company. Was absolutely fabulous. Really, took me under her wing and, really taught me everything I knew.
Wow.
And quickly after that, probably in my 4th or 5th year, I realized the importance of coaching, not only coaching myself, but coaching my team. So that has always been a factor for me. We have weekly coaching, not only for myself individually, for my team. And then, I'm always looking for mentors and who I can mentor and who can mentor me as well.
Wow, that's great. How about you, Jose?
Yeah, besides, having an awesome broker where I've been for the last 5 years here at RE/MAX, joining an organization like NAHREP, believe it or not, NAHREP was one of the reasons why it's a reason for my success, right? Like going to California and meeting all these top producers, being surrounded by them, right? And so just learning a lot of cool things from NAHREP, that's one of the reasons too. And yes, I do have a coach. I've had a coach for the last probably three years or so, who's helped me grow my business on how to delegate, how to, hire the right people, how to let go of people too, right? And so, yeah, thanks to the coaching. And also I've been helping my team members too, by, holding them accountable, right, for their success as well. Watch them grow, grow together basically. And so, yeah. Coaching.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that about NAHREP. It is, one of the things that we try to create a platform where Latinos can collaborate and share best practices and mastermind with one another and inspire each other. We can do things from headquarters, but the truth is that the real value comes with the peer-to-peer relationships that the organization facilitates. So I appreciate that. Fanny, how about you?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, remember that I started real estate in 2007 when everybody was going out of real estate business. I was actually starting a real estate career. The very first 6 months in the business was very challenging. I was from one company to the other, to the other, and to the other until I met Monica Restrepo. She is a Colombian, broker, and she guided me over for those more, maybe I was with her for at least 18 months. And I start doing training with her. She was very, very committed broker.
Great inspiration. She was #1 on the top 250. I think 4 years ago, has been near the top all along. Just really a terrific lady.
She's
got a chance to meet her and her family too. So that's a great story. Do you guys recommend any books? Is there a book that you said, hey, this book really helped me, or it helped, clarify or provided me with a great foundation or strategy approach? Any book recommendations?
I have one. I think I do. I'm finishing a book called Traction, and it's perfect for this industry. It's perfect for people who consider themselves a business owner, because it really talks about all the key disciplines that you need to be thinking about in order to continue to build scalability in the right way. because what it keeps telling you is you're going to hit your barrier if you don't continue to think about all the things that need to be thought about in order to not have a ceiling to your potential. So it's a really good book.
That's a great recommendation. I've been reading a book called Principles, which is, you know, similar, and it's all about building a business based on values and key principles, and you know, being consistent with that. It's a great book, and one that I'd recommend as well. But there are a lot of great books out there that are, I think, applicable to the real estate business, and to your point, James, just people who manage teams or run businesses or are entrepreneurs themselves, which we all are, right? You know, we may be agents under another broker, but we are self-employed individuals at the end of the day. I just want to pivot a little bit about and talk a little bit about wealth building. Is this, you know, closing a lot of transactions, generating a lot of revenue, incredibly important, gives us freedom, gives us the resources to be able to support our families, provides us with the opportunity, in my view, to live the life that maybe we were destined to live, right? Because when we have those resources, then we become, you know, more in control of our time. How much of what you do is also focused on building wealth in the long run? Do you think about things in those terms? I'll start with you, Jose.
Yeah, so absolutely. I think of, you know, that we got to do this for a reason, right? Not just, you know, to sell houses, but we got to help ourselves too, right? And not only just give that, you know, motivate our clients to build wealth, but we got to do it ourselves too. And so I recently just closed on my 10th door. And so my goal is to have 30 doors paid off by the time I turn 50. And so I believe in that. And that's, you know, I want to retire early, but I still want to work in real estate, you know, not retire completely.
Okay. Anybody else? What are you guys doing to build wealth? Michelle?
I'm doing the same thing. My goal is 50. I'm going to be 46 years old in a few months. So I have been accumulating as many assets as I can so that I
50
can have
doors? Wow.
No. I said I want to retire when I'm 50.
Oh.
I'm going to have 100. I'm going to aim high. I'm going to aim high. So my goal is to have as many as I possibly can to live a comfortable life, but to also be able to not retire fully, just scale back and, you know, do my thing from a beach, right?
For sure. Armisa, Behin, you guys?
I have 2 offices, and instead of renting, I purchased the buildings.
Nice.
And I almost pay my house off, and I set up like different plans for 401ks and investments. So I try to put the money in different places. Just if it doesn't work in one way, works in another way. No?
Yep. How about you, Betty? Oh, you went mute.
Excuse me. I am doing the same, almost the same as everybody else. I am investing in real estate.
Great.
So I do have 4 properties, like 6, 7 vacant lands. So I am buying and investing in real estate as much as I can.
Well, investing in real estate is, I think,